2021. Over 50 tons of trash are left in Times Square after the New Year's Eve celebrations. About 3,000 pounds of that is confetti. Number 2. The confetti dropped in Times Square is holding secret messages. The confetti in Times Square has thousands of people's wishes written on them. In 2015, Wishfetti became a part of the tradition. People write their wishes for the new year and submit them to the Wish Wall in Times Square or online, and those wishes are turned into the confetti that falls over the crowd at midnight. Number 3. Many Brazilians welcome the new year at the beach. It is considered good luck to make 7 wishes while jumping 7 waves, so you can count on a good old New Year's beach party down in Rio de Janeiro. Number 4. If you hear plates breaking in Denmark on New Year's Eve, it's considered good luck. The Danes hold a tradition of throwing plates at the front door of family and friends' homes to welcome good fortune for the new year. Number 5. ABC's New Year's Rockin' Eve show is a long-standing tradition. Dick Clark began hosting the show in 1974. In December 2004, Clark suffered a stroke and Regis Philbin stepped in at the last minute to host. In 2005, Clark officially handed hosting duties over to Ryan Seacrest. Number 6. Most New Year's resolutions aren't taken too seriously. Nearly 80% of resolutions made at the beginning of the year are forgotten by February. So no worries if you need to restart. Number 7. You can thank a pope for making our new year Year start on January 1st. The Gregorian calendar was introduced in October of 1582 by Pope Gregory the 13th as a revised version of the Julian calendar. It took almost 350 years for the world to get on board. Turkey didn't make the switch until 1927. Number 8. The reason January is called January is actually kind of deep. It's been widely reported that the month was named for the Roman god Janus, but it's actually rooted in the Latin word Ianua, which means door. The name was chosen to symbolize the opening of a new door that happens when the new year begins. Number 9. Baby New Year is actually really old. Baby New Year has been a symbol of the holiday since around 600 BC, starting in ancient Greece when an infant was paraded around in a basket in celebration of Dionysus, the god of fertility and wine. The baby represents a rebirth that occurs at the start of each new year. Number 10. The guy credited with Auld Lang Syne didn't fully write it. Robert Burns took a Scottish folk song and put his own spin on it in 1788, which is the version we all know today. It means times long past. Number 11. Time balls were invented to help sailors. Long before it was used on New Year's Eve, a ball on top of England's Royal Observatory in Greenwich was dropped at 1 p.m. every day, starting in 1833, to help ship captains coordinate their navigation equipment. Similar balls were set up in coastal areas around the world. Number 12. The first Times Square New Year's party was thrown for a newspaper. The annual tradition of gathering in Times Square for New Year's started 200,000 people attended. Number 13. Though the parties raged on, there wasn't a ball drop until 1907. Fireworks were previously used to welcome the new year, but they were banned because burning embers were falling on the crowd. A ball being lowered on a flagpole was a safer bet. Number 14. It's been a spectacle every year since, except for during World War II. Wartime restrictions put the tradition on pause in 1942 and 1943. Times Square revelers observed a moment of silence at midnight instead. Number 15. The Times Square ball's weight has yo-yoed. The original ball was made from 700 pounds of iron and wood. It was later reduced to just 400 pounds of wrought iron before they switched to an aluminum frame in 1955. The now 11,875 pound ball didn't get its new look until the millennium, when Waterford partnered with Philips Lighting to create a shimmery LED display. Number 16. Waterford comes up with a new ball pattern every year. The sphere is made up of 2,688 crystal triangles and has over 32,000 lights. It also displays over 16 million color patterns. Number 17. Instead of a ball, Miami, Florida rings in the new year with an orange. The raising of Mr. Neon, the 35-foot sunglass-clad metal fruit, has been a tradition for over 30 years. Number 18. While over in Key West, Florida, a drag queen descends in a shoe. The female impersonator named Sushi is lowered from a bar rooftop in a giant red high-heeled shoe. This has been happening since 19 Hershey, Pennsylvania, drops a giant kiss to ring in the new year. Other Pennsylvania towns have traditions that play off their names. In Mechanicsburg, they drop a wrench. In Dillsburg, they drop a pickle. Number 20. Americans drink around 360 million glasses of sparkling wine on New Year's. Corks can fly out of the bottle at a speed of 25 miles per hour. So it's best to open bottles at a 45-degree angle, away from yourself and others. Number 21. The New Year's kiss started with the Romans. Although things got a little friskier back then, ancient Romans are credited with the kissing tradition because of their Saturnalia festival. Many of the celebrations influenced the Christmas and New Year's festivities that became the focus when Christianity took over the Roman Empire. Number 22. The island nation Kiribati rings in the new year first. Kiribati, also known as Christmas Island, is located in the Central Pacific. They celebrate throughout the nation at each village's maniba, or meeting house, where all social and political activity takes place. Number 23. American Samoa is one of the last places to ring in the new year. American Samoa is actually the second to last place to celebrate the new year, behind Baker and Howland Island, which are both uninhabited. Some tourists take advantage of the time difference by flying from Samoa to American Samoa to celebrate twice. Number 24. New Year's is terrifying for children in Akita, Japan. There's a local tradition called Namahage, where grown men dress up like demons to scare children into behaving for their parents. They go from supposedly bring good fortune in the coming year. It's also considered the color of fertility. So for those hoping to conceive, it's considered double lucky. Number 26. Grapes are also supposedly lucky. Spanish households carry on the tradition of scarfing down 12 grapes in the first 12 seconds of the new year. The grapes represent each month of the year. Rumor has it that this whole thing started as a marketing tactic for winemakers looking to sell more grapes in the winter. Number 27. And so are pork and black-eyed peas. The fattiness of pork symbolizes wealth, and the peas are believed to bring good fortune because they swell when cooked, which is why they're both popular foods to eat on New Year's Eve. Number 28. But stay away from lobster and chicken. Lobster and chicken are both considered bad luck foods. According to superstition, if because of a lobster's ability to move backward and a chicken's ability to scratch itself backwards, if you eat either on New Year's, you won't be able to move forward. So bring on the bacon. Number 29. Round or ring-shaped foods hold special meaning. Incorporating a round food into your New Year's meal symbolizes that the year has come full circle. Number 30. Ancient Babylonians celebrated New Year's in March. The New Year used to coincide with the arrival of spring. A 12-day festival called Akidu marked the occasion, which was more about praying 12 years after, to reflect the country's new age of liberty. It was designed using a decimal system and was also briefly resurrected during the Paris Commune in 1871. Number 33. AAA offers free rides home. Don't worry about surge pricing. If you've had too much to drink on New Year's Eve and other holidays, AAA in most states offer free rides home to people who've had one too many flutes of champagne to try. Number 34. A song that takes 1,000 years to play. Launched on January 1st, 2000. Composer Jem Finer wrote the piece called Long Player, which can be heard at London's Trinity Buoy Wharf. It's being performed by Singing Bowls and is set to start all over again immediately after it finishes in 2999. And number 35. Antarctica hosts an annual New Year's music festival. Antarctica's annual Ice Stock Music Festival may be one of the coolest ways to spend New Year's. This event is held at McMurdo Station, Antarctica, when the local population balloons over to 1,200 people during their summer months. So that is all for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have